funky.
Hi everybody, this is Sir Pierre, back another day with some more shopping. This is not going to be an unboxing and it's not going to be a review yet either. This is just another of my more shopping videos. 1.5 months ago I bought the Google Nest Doorbell, the battery version for my parents. And I did not do a review video about it, which I regret because I had a lot of things to say that the other videos or reviewers didn't say. But at the moment I thought that there were a bunch of much better videos that I could produce that you could watch instead. So 1.5 months later, with the Google Nest Doorbell battery, I'm not super happy with it. And keep in mind, everything is much more expensive here in Sweden. So the Google Nest Doorbell in Sweden is 230 euro. These Nest Cam are even more expensive, but around those 240 euro per camera. So it's quite an investment for Nest Cams, one doorbell cam, the Google Nest Hub, the Google Wi-Fi, yada yada yada. So first of all, the installation was much harder than expected. And the reason why I choose Google products for my parents is because I want something that is, they're not tech savvy at all. So I want something that is as easy as possible to use. But when installed, with my help and Google support help, it's very easy to use. But I'm still not happy with the Google Nest Doorbell or the Nest camera system. I have the iRing to compare with, so the options that you pay for are better and cheaper. So for only 6 euro a month, that's money also of course, but 6 euro a month you will get 30 days of video storage and the face recognition. And the face recognition is kind of fun to have, especially for my parents, but it's not good actually. 1.5 months later, it still confuses me with my brother and vice versa. Almost everyone that has a double chin I think is the same person. And when it's daylight at my parents' house, it's harder for the camera to recognize people in the daylight. And especially if they have the daylight behind them, so it's sort of shadow in the face. But we're talking fully daylight. So it's much easier for the camera to work when it's dark, oddly enough. And the reason why I did not buy these cameras right away was because you have an anti-theft case around it that also is flawed. The white surface of the cap of this case makes it much harder for the camera to work in the dark. So what people do is they paint it black or put some black tape or something inside it. I thought that Google were going to do something themselves about it. 1.5 months later they have not. So I decided to buy them without this theft case and just install them a little bit higher up. So at my parents' house, the two floors house, I'm gonna install these at the second floor. So just outside the windows on the second floor, so you can shoot down. So yeah, Google Nest, I'm not super happy with it, but it's kind of easy to work with when you have it. So if you have your parents, they're not super tech savvy. Yeah, one more thing. The camera doesn't, sometimes it works excellent. You can see like neighbors far away. But sometimes people can go up to my parents' door, open the door, and they will recognize them after they have opened the door. And I mean, I don't want to show you, but the view from my parents' door is like straight. You can see hundreds of meters. There is nothing else in front of it. So sometimes, as I said, you can see the mailman on his bike far away, and sometimes it doesn't react in any way until people are close enough to open the door. So yeah, they need to improve some things, but I hope that Google will improve their products with your software updates. But because I think it's all in the software. When it comes to the hardware, you can find cameras that are 4K, that are cheaper, that are probably better, etc., etc. But I have adapted the whole Google Nest system in my parents' house, and I'm gonna keep on with that. So the next thing that I have ordered is the indoor cam, and I'm thinking why I have bought 4 of these is I have one camera in the front. I'm not sure if I'm going to have one of these in the front as well, but the other 3 is going for around my parents' house. The 4th one I'm thinking to have in my parents' garage, where I have one of my cars. That garage is maybe 50 meters away from my parents' house, so I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi is good enough out to the garage. I'll have to see about that. And then the indoor camera, I don't know if my parents need that, hoping not. But otherwise, I'm gonna get me 1 or 2 to have in my small apartment, just for fun. So, not an unboxing, not quite a review, just me talking about what I've shopped and why. And not super happy with Google Nest products, but when you are in it, it's just like the Apple family. When you're in it, you're in it. So I'm gonna keep on buying Google products. Next thing, I had the Google Wi-Fi, the old version in my apartment, and it's not super good. So I'm thinking of buying the new Google Nest Wi-Fi. Yeah, Google Nest Wi-Fi, and combine, because I asked Google this before, can I combine the 2 of them? And I didn't get any good replies, but yes, you can. You use the new Wi-Fi hotspot router as your main, where you connect your cable, and then the rest of them, both old and new, will be the Wi-Fi spots, and that works. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. Then I'm guessing I have all the Google products, except from the small speakers. I don't have any use for that because I have the Google Nest Hub, which have the speaker and the Google product system, and the Google Nest Wi-Fi will also have that smart speakers thing. So yeah, this is the Nest Cam that I'm going to install. You can use this both indoor and outdoors. You can use it via battery, and you just put it with a magnet, and you can connect it with a cable, but that doesn't look too good. So yeah, price here in Sweden, just slight under 250 euro. I think 240, maybe 245, but just under 250 euro. So these 4 cameras are, I believe, just over 1,000 euro. Yeah, something like that. A lot of money. And as I said, I have already bought the hub, the Wi-Fi, the door cam. So in total, it's a lot of money, and I bet there are like security cams and security focus systems that are cheaper and better, but here we are. Do you have any Google Nest products? What do you think about them? And about this whole program that you are paying for, do you have the cheaper one that are €6 a month, or do you have the more expensive one that are €11 a month or €12 a month? or do you use it the free option? Thanks for watching. Let me know what you have.